Hey everyone, this is Tim from YourSixGaming. Today in this video we're going to be doing a deep dive into the MP5 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, looking at some of the stats and some of the best class setups right now you can equip for the MP5. Coming up next in this Call of Duty tutorial. If this is your first time watching a YourSixGaming video, make sure you subscribe down below. I have over 500 PlayStation 4 and Xbox help videos on my channel, and I do a lot of Call of Duty content as well. The MP5 is a fully automatic 9mm submachine gun. It has a perfect blend of stability, mobility, and lethality at medium range. And when you're using this weapons platform up close, it absolutely shreds the competition. And here are the base weapon stats for the MP5. It has a high mobility, fire rate, and control with medium accuracy and damage. And currently the MP5 is one of the best guns in the game and is clearly the best SMG. And if you're new to the game and just starting out, you can unlock the MP5 at level 12. The MP5 has a 3-hit shot up close, and at medium range with specific attachments on, you can get a 4 to 5 hit kill. This weapon does have a noticeable amount of recoil to it, however, it's really easy to control seeing how it's up in a vertical fashion. And the MP5 does boast a relatively quick time to kill. It has a 3-hit to the body and head. So let's go ahead and shoot this individual in the stomach right now. 1, 2, 3. Now the MP5 can never be a 2-hit kill, even if you're shooting them in the head all 3 shots. And the base damage for the MP5 only includes the limbs. When you shoot them in the torso or shoot them in the head, there's extra multipliers for those regions. Now let's go ahead and increase the firing range here and see how many shots it takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Typically the MP5 is a 3 to 6 shot weapon, however you can increase your damage range by equipping the 10mm auto 30 rounds, and this will extend your 4-shot kill range and your 5-shot kill range. So let's go in and equip it right now and try it out. So I have the 10mm rounds equipped. Let's go ahead and shoot the target. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my 4-shot kill range has been extended. And the MP5 does have a really quick aim down sight time. Now let's go ahead and check the recoil pattern for the MP5. The recoil isn't all that bad. This is about from 10 feet away. Let's back up and go about 20 feet away. As you can see, the MP5 is going to go up and then to the right with the recoil pattern, which is typical of most weapons in Modern Warfare. When you're aiming down sights with the MP5, there is weapon sway that you need to take in consideration when you're shooting long range or medium range. Now if you go ahead and look at the Hipfire spread right now, it's pretty tight, with only the MP7 being a little bit tighter than the MP5. Now when you move around, it does widen up a little bit, and let's go ahead and shoot just to see the general spread of the gun. Now I have 2 weapon class setups for you guys to try out. One is a long range setup and the other is a more run and gun kind of style MP5 setup. So the one I'm showing you right now is my preferred long range setup with the MP5. And this will include the monolithic suppressor. And what this does is increase your bullet velocity, it extends your range, and it provides you some sound suppression to your weapon. However, you do take a small notch to your mobility, so that increases my damage range, and I do prefer an optic on my weapon. I typically run the GI Mini Reflex, otherwise I do like this Cronin LP945 Mini Reflex. However, a weapon sight on the MP5 is not needed because the iron sights are really good. So if I'm not running an optic, I'll go ahead and turn on a stock. I typically will have the classic straight line stock for my long range setup, and this will increase my accuracy and my control. However, once again, I will take a small deduction to my mobility. And then for rear grip, I like the stippled grip tape. Why do I like this? Because your sprint to fire rate is much quicker. This will give you the jump on your enemy, being able to pull up your weapon sights first, and also your aim down sight speed is increased also. So this is a must on most of your MP5 class setups, just because it provides you the quickness to get your weapon sights up from your sprint to fire and your aim down sights. And this is one of the big ones here for the long range setup. It's the 10mm auto 30 round magazines. This will increase your accuracy, damage, and range. And it does make it a little bit harder to control. The recoil will be a little bit more. And as a result of that, we will want something on our MP5 to control the recoil. And that's why I have the operator foregrip on here for maximum recoil control. And this will also increase your damage range, provide you a small amount of control, and more accuracy. Now, if you do not have the operator foregrip, I enjoy the Merc foregrip over the Ranger foregrip, just because it does provide you some hipfire accuracy, which allows you to be a little bit better up close, and it does provide you a small bit more accuracy. However, choose one of these two if you have them unlocked, and then add the operator foregrip later on when you have everything unlocked. The operator foregrip does noticeably increase the recoil control over the Merc and the Ranger foregrip on the MP5. So this is my long range setup, and this is typically what I run in Ground War. And depending on the 6 vs 6 map, I'll have on my run and gun setup or the long range setup. And this is my run and gun setup for the MP5 I have for you. And the first thing I have on here, it's a little bit different. I have a muzzle brake on here for recoil stabilization, increasing my accuracy and my control, and a small hit to mobility, aim down sights, and stability. I do not have a barrel or laser, and I do have an optic on here. And once again, this is mostly preference. You do not need an optic with the MP5. You can go ahead and turn this off. And then you can go ahead and add a perk, ammunition, or barrel. A good solution would actually to take off your optic, go to ammunition, and put on your 10mm auto 30 rounds. And for my optic, I do like the Cronin, so I have this on. Now the Cronin optic, I like this one because when you do have someone lined up in your sight, it's a circle. And whenever I use the GI mini reflex, it seems like with the wider weapon sight, it's a little bit harder to get them directly in the center, whereas the Cronin sight being a circle, you naturally just want to line people up directly in the center of the weapon sight. And for my stock, I do have the Forge Tac Ultralight. Why do I have this on? Because the aiming, walking, movement speed increase. With the latest update, you are pretty much dead silence when you're aiming down sights and moving. So moving through buildings with your weapon sight up and be able to move quickly is a huge benefit in this game right now. And this does take a small hit to your aiming stability. And then for the rear grip, I do have stippled grip tape on. Once again, for the aim down sights, speed increase, and the sprint to fire. Also, it does increase your mobility overall, and a small hit to your stability. And for the underbarrel, I do have this switched up a little bit. I have the Commando foregrip on here for recoil stabilization and aiming stability. And then this will also increase my range very slightly, and a small hit to my movement speed. So this is different than having the operator foregrip on. When I'm up close, I do not need nearly as much recoil control like I would on my long range MP5, so that is why I have the Commando foregrip. This setup will allow you to bring up your weapon sights extremely quick. It will allow you to navigate buildings, long corridors with your weapon sights up, and you're going to be completely silent when you're moving. And for my secondary weapon, I will have the Desert Eagle on. And my perk 1 will be EOD, perk 2 will be Ghost, and my perk 3 will be Tracker, with my field upgrade being Dead Silence and Tactical Insertion. And for my kill streaks, I like running the UAV, Cluster Strike, and the VTOL. Since I'm running and gunning, I do not have time to sit in a cruise missile or operate a Wilson. So I like using kill streaks I can just quickly use and get back into the fight. So let me know down below what class setups you are using for the MP5. And if this video did indeed help you out, go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below for more Call of Duty videos coming up next on YourSixStudios.